Obsidian's latest DLC expansion for the RPG The Outer Worlds is Murder on Eridanos, released for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC this week. It is the second and final DLC for The Outer Worlds, taking players on an adventure to the skies of Eridanos to solve a murder mystery. In this whodunit experience, players will need to figure out how the Rizzo's hired spokesperson Halcyon Helen has wound up dead ahead of the release of the brand new Spectrum Brown Vodka. This DLC features murder mystery, unique floating islands of Eridanos, new weapons, and character customization, including 3 new science weapons. Previously, it was announced that this would be the last DLC for the Outer Worlds, but a sequel could be in the IP's future. The expansion pass is currently available on sale for $19.99 on Steam, which includes previously released DLC Peril on Gorgon. Or you can get Murder on Eridanos separately for $14.99. Be sure to check out our review of the DLC on our YouTube channel in Murder on Eridanos Review The Outer Worlds DLC. Is it worth it? Developer Cloverbyte has released new gameplay footage for upcoming Metroidvania Souls-like Grime. Combining a mix of surreal anatomical horror with the Souls-like experience, Grime is an action-adventure RPG that looks uniquely creepy. Cloverbyte, the developer behind the gruesome-looking title, has released some new footage that shows off the gameplay, including mutating living weapons and challenging combat. Features include mutating creature weapons, parrying, unique skill progression, and more. Previously, Cloverbyte revealed some of the game's combat mechanics, including a black hole that can suck enemies in, letting the player gain their power and use them to attack. This handy power also can be used to traverse the world. The game offers other features such as challenging platforming, exploration, and lets you uncover a number of secrets. You may also discover more about the alien world's lore. Grime will be available on PC and other platforms, but so far, no release date has been announced as of yet. New details have emerged for the upcoming Gothic remake, which is being published by THQ Nordic and developed by Alchemia Interactive. Celebrating the 20th anniversary of the original game, new details and screenshots have been shared about the action RPG. The Steam page is now live, which lists both the developer Alchemia Interactive and publisher THQ Nordic. The page also details that the remake will stay faithful to the original Gothic 1, but will now include a modernized combat system. There are also new screenshots that show off some of the environments. Gothic 1 is a classic open-world action RPG that was released back in 2001 about an orcish invasion into human lands in the Kingdom of Montana. Last year, THQ released a playable teaser demo for the Gothic remake back in February on Steam, which was well received by fans, convincing the publisher to move forward with producing a full-fledged remake of the game. Gothic 1 Remake so far doesn't have a release window, but THQ Nordic have stated it will be coming to PC and next-gen consoles. Wizards of the Coast have announced the Dungeons & Dragons Dark Alliance co-op action RPG will be releasing June 22nd, 2021. A new trailer has dropped for the upcoming D&D Dark Alliance, an action RPG set to release on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC. Dark Alliance is the reboot of the classic Dungeons & Dragons role-playing game, but this time taking an over-the-shoulder approach rather than top-down. The game sets to get players right into the action with up-close combat and as well as ranged weapons. At the beginning, according to an interview with IGN, the developer wanted to create a game similar to Diablo, a top-down hack and slash, but the concept started to change according to creative director and co-founder at Took Games, Jeff Hattem. Hattem also shared in an interview with Polygon that Dark Alliance will have 21 missions, each taking between 20 to 25 minutes to complete in group co-op. For single player, it will take about 40 minutes or more for each level. Hattem explained the game focuses on replayability, having players challenge themselves with higher difficulties to gain better armor and gear, with different gear sets to collect, granting bonus perks with 3, 5, and 8 item sets. For those hoping for cross-platform to be a feature, Hattem confirmed that it won't be at launch, nor will couch co-op be a feature. Gameplay offers all the button mashing you could want, but also offers an experience that lets players master both the strengths and weaknesses of each attack, ability, and combo. As for the future, it seems the developer is open to adding more content. Hattem shared this could include further maps and gear if players are keen. Dark Alliance is now available for pre-order and will launch on June 22nd. Want more Dark Alliance? Head over to our Fextralife Dark Alliance Wiki for more info. Following hints this week, Microsoft has finally confirmed that the sci-fi co-op shooter RPG Outriders will be coming to Xbox Game Pass upon launch. The title launches on April 1st, no joke, and will be available on Microsoft's subscription-based game service. Microsoft have confirmed, however, that it will be only available for console and cloud beta from April 1st. Developer People Can Fly have shared that 2 million people have already downloaded the game's demo so far. You can also check out our Outriders gameplay demo gameplay impressions on our channel to find out what we thought of the game so far, including classes, multiplayer skills, and more. Some announced this week Disco Elysium The Final Cut will release on March 30th. The Final Cut version comes with 4K with 60 FPS for the PlayStation 5 version, as well as optimized surround sound. Zaum previously announced those who already own the game on PC will be able to get the upgraded version for free. One of the major additions for the Final Cut version is full voice acting, which covers the million-word script, so you can now enjoy the quirky script all acted out. There are also added quests that didn't make it into the original version of the game but were planned and now being added with the new version. Discover new characters and a new location to explore. Disco Elysium The Final Cut will be releasing on March 30th, 2021 for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Steam, GOG, the App Store, Epic Game Store, and Google Stadia. Also coming to Xbox Series X and S and Nintendo Switch in summer of 2021. Following the release of the Final Fantasy VII Remake DLC episode for Yuffie, Square Enix have confirmed that there will be no more content for the first part of the game and will continue working on Part 2. In a recent interview with Famitsu, creative director of the Final Fantasy VII Remake series, director Tetsuya Nomura shared more about the intent of the integrated version, which was announced back in February. Originally, it was planned as a full PlayStation 5 version of the original game without the DLC, but the development team decided to offer an upgrade route instead with the integrated version, meaning having to categorize the Yuffie episode as downloadable content. Nomura also confirmed that there won't be any further content coming to the first part of the game, as they are prioritizing the roadmap for completing the next game. So what this means is we probably can expect more downloadable content, but only after the game has been completed. Sonnen was also revealed previously. The creative director also confirmed that while you can't play as Sonnen, you can combo battle abilities with Yuffie. Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate releases on June 10th, 2021 for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. The action RPG Scarlet Nexus finally got a release date this week, which is announced for June 25th, launching on PC via Steam, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S. A new trailer which features some of the storyline shows Kisane Randall, who shares about the red strings seen in the footage. Red strings are connected to different characters' abilities, which can be borrowed, taking on their special abilities in battles. The video also previews some of the abilities each character possesses, all psychic, kinetic in nature, with a brief introduction for each of the team members. It also teases something perilous happening in connection to these red strings. If that wasn't enough Scarlet Nexus news, an anime series has also been announced by Funimation, produced by Sunrise, which will release in summer of 2021. The tactical RPG Solasta Crown of the Magister will be getting a new update this spring. Developer Tactical Adventures shares some of the upcoming features, which includes increased progression level cap, more difficulty settings, pickup quests, characters, background related missions, and a brand new dungeon maker tool. The update goes live on March 25th for both Steam and GOG. The update brings the beta version of the Dungeon Maker, a highly requested feature that lets players create and customize their own dungeons, share them with other players, and play them in-game. This adds a whole new way to customize your game. One of the major changes with the update is difficulty levels. Tactical are adding more options for players in this update, meaning if you found the previous playthrough too easy, you can now adjust the challenge. Solasta Crown of the Magister is currently in Steam Early Access and GOG. Well, that's it for the Week in the Wikis. Please join us again next week for yet another great week of gaming. Remember to check out our VIP program for some exclusive supporter benefits. And budding writers should take advantage of our Become an Author initiative. Thanks again for being part of this great community. Keep checking in with us with news, reviews, YouTube streams and vids, and general wiki goodness.